Well, it's April 18. It's the middle of the afternoon here in Amsterdam, even though the sky is black. I'm Dr. Amir Fassad of One Great Big Conspiracy, and I am none too happy right now. As a matter of fact, I'm pissed off. Some may blame Iceland for this global madness, some may blame Poland, others may blame Vladimir Putin for luring the Poles to their deaths. But I blame Kyrgyzstan, and specifically you, Kurmanbek Bakiyev.
Well, I seem to be the punching bag of choice these days. I really expected a more nuanced approach from you, Dr. Fassad.
Nuance my ass, Mr. Bakiyev. I just want to go to Chicago. If you Kyrgyz mystics did not have to go and play Joe in the volcano, I'd be catching up with President Obama's nefarious nuclear schemes by now.
Look, Fassad, can I just say something here? I never wanted to use the Iceland volcano as a short-term foil for global warming. I never wanted to start a bidding war between the United States and Russia for Manus Air Base. I did not want to be the lackey for China. I did not want to get Poland involved. Shit happens. People die. Now I'm on the run, and even Kazakhstan hates me. You think this is easy, man?
Well, Mr. Bakiyev, it seems obvious you are being made a lackey for the faults of Goldman Sachs, the Russian mafia, and all the world's airports. But the fact remains, you owe a lot of people a lot of money for a lot of airports. Would you mind explaining what brought on the April 7 riots in your country? And why did that set off the volcano?
Look, I don't have to tell you that the Tulip Revolution was George Bush's idea. Or that China was the one that got the Americans and Russians fighting over our airbase. What you may not realize is that the riots in Bishkek were planned by the European central banks all along. And that our secret squad that was sent into Iceland the day of the Bishkek riots was financed by Chinese banks, who were hoping to catch the European vassal convention banks in a squeeze play. Poland just happened to be caught in the middle of the puppet string entanglement.
Back up, Bakiyev. Are you saying that Vladimir Putin's agreement to honor the soldiers killed in the Kyrgyz massacre was nothing but an effort to insert Russian rubles into the war of European and Chinese bankers? And that the plane crash that killed the president of Poland was preordained?
The last I knew, the general staff officers and president of Poland were all going to be held as hostage in Vyborg, in order for the Russians to receive Greek bailout money from the royal family of Thailand. But no one expected the volcano to cause the plane crash. Our secret agents didn't expect it. Good Lord, what have we done?
But why unleash the fury of hot lava on the European community at large? And why did you become the victim of the Kyrgyz people's righteous anger? Why didn't they just go to Thailand and burn down an airport?
Don't you see, Dr. Fassad? It's the global warming deniers putting the volcano in action so that we can enter into a period of wild financial speculation again. And the Manus Air Base will be the site of a huge money laundering operation.
Surely you don't mean?
Surely I do mean, Dr. Fassad. The high-altitude aerosols that will be ejected by the volcano for the next 2 months will cool global temperatures by 3 to 5 degrees for the next decade. This will be just enough time to allow rampant financial speculators to prove that global warming was always a lie. Then, a new stampede will be on to build pipelines across Central Asia and to stake claim across the new northern sea routes that once were home to the North Pole ice cap. Of course, by 2018, when the world figures out that global warming was real after all, there will be no polar ice, and oil boom will be taking place in the region that once was Arkhangelsk and Alert Air Base, and everyone will decide they never wanted polar bears in a way.
But are the common citizens of the world ready to dispense with all air travel and live in perpetual darkness, simply to give bankers another day in the sun?
It scarcely matters, Dr. Fassad. Since the US Supreme Court confirmed in January that corporations are persons with human rights, resistance has become futile. Kyrgyz and Icelanders will pay for their little acts of resistance, while European citizens will learn to walk everywhere. Americans should not act too proud. The volcanic ash will be there soon.
Then, Mr. Bakiyev, let us look around and revel in the nonsense. Please accept my apology, and let's split a cab ride to Rome, where we can explain these details to the Club of Rome and the Pope. As a deposed journalist speaking to a deposed Central Asian dictator, may I say that we both have reason to disrupt the nuclear non-proliferation discussions at the United Nations at the end of April. This is Dr. Amir Fassad warning that the end is sooner than you think. It all comes back to the banks, and it's time to comfort the afflicted and afflict the comfortable. See you in New York. Mr. Bakiev, what are you muttering?
For the Kyrgyz light took my eyes, now I sense all earth like a baby. But if you would not be born, then stay with your warm red fire, and stay with your wife, in your tent, and the light will never find you, and your heart will grow heavy with age, and your eyes will shut only to sleep.
This is Dr. Amir Fassad at One Great Big Conspiracy, beginning to worry we are getting into some really weird shit around here. Signing off for now.